Potter's Journal. I have not been in the studio a lot lately. I've got other things keeping me busy right now. They also turn like on a wheel. But so let's take a look back again at some shop talk with Freddie Moretti last month. Okay, so I do the slip and then draw through it and a band.
Yeah.
And you do the chatter.
Right.
And a band, and then the glazes show it off. We'll have to do a combination method here.
And then there's this one up here.
Oh.
No, right over there.
Okay, where the, yeah, very nice. Where you put the glaze on
very
for
dark.
raw firing.
Yeah.
And then chattered through the glaze. That's a nice piece there. So this will be a combination of the two methods. So I'll just put a band of the white slip. And I'm not sure that Hackamy thing, whatever it is, looking up definitions.
Yes.
Maybe it doesn't have to be a rough brush that you made out of straw from the field, but I think, yeah, oh, there it is. You've got one. Sometimes I believe it may just be the method in which it's put on. That, you know, any brush. However, I went past that rough stage and kind of smoothed and evened this out.
Yeah.
So we'll let that stiffen up a little bit and try the chatter bit.
Okay, very good.
I think if we maybe just, well, I don't know if it's going to work. This might need to be sanded down later.
All right. I can handle that.
Yeah.
I may call you.
Yeah.
Or text you now that I've got your text in. Jeff! What should I use to send this?
Yeah.
That's great. Is this Ralph?
Okay, and there we got Ralph.
Ah, great.
So I'll leave this here for you to fire.
All right.
This and these will be a collaborative.
Right.
This one was okay. Thank you.
Oh, it was great.
Gift
Absolutely.
For you. If you can keep it.
Karen, my wife is
Yeah.
probably going to say, "Oh, this is just right, Freddie. I don't need any more." The weight is just
so you've been so good to Ralph over the years. You've commented on the videos to give Ralph a biscuit, to pat him on the head.
And here he is.
He's thanking you now every morning at the Freddie Moretti Breakfast Club. I think there is such a thing. I think I've heard comments on your channel to me about the morning breakfast and juice and coffee while you're watching the video.
While I'm watching the videos.
Yeah, and
yes.
I've commented back, and I think I've also seen on Broken Arrow her letting us know what she wanted to you.
Oh, yes.
You commented to you what she was having to breakfast.
Right.
So, if you want to be a member of the Freddie Moretti Breakfast Club, okay, watch your videos in the morning with breakfast. Leave his comments on his channel or any of the many channels he comments. He has been so good to so many YouTube channels, leaving friendly, bright comments and good mornings everywhere.
How much is this going to cost me? Great. Thanks,
okay. Well, you didn't see the opening I did before I pulled in.
Well, I really appreciate that you came to visit. It's been just a terrific
Okay, well, it was great. I learned a lot.
Oh.
Thank you very much. For somebody who proclaims to be a hobby amateurist, you've taken a few things in directions that I was not familiar with.
Well, that's thanks to YouTube and people like Simon Leach and...
You know, I have been surprised that a few people have looked down on YouTube, educators, but I'm finding out so much that I don't know. I'm learning so much that I may have never learned.
And you always have to take it and research whatever you're learning.
Yeah.
Don't take it as gospel.
Yeah, if you find something you're interested, you know, you can see what everybody has done in that direction and pick up on what this one's done that, put it together, and find your own way.
The only time I tend to move on is after they have said, this is the only way.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I still watch them and go, no, it's not.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right.
This has been great.
It has been.
Okay, now what is this 218? I've seen a lot of numbers on the bottom of these. That's not the date.
No, that's the number of pots that I have made up to that point. And I number every single pot, and the reason is to keep track of how many I've made.
Okay, 1,190.
Right.
99.
And also, it's a way for me to keep track of the glazes that I have on each pot.
Okay, so each one is its individual glaze test in a sense.
In a sense.
But you know how many pots you made. You know, I wish I knew how many I made.
I can't imagine how many you made.
Now in my journal, I actually even sketched them all out.
Yeah.
But when I worked in a production shop, when I started, I made 30 pots a day. When I left, it was 130 a day. It was a 10-hour day. It was not every day.
I can't imagine.
And it really killed me too. I mean, it was, you know, at the end, the pots were spinning me. I was no longer spinning the pots.
Right.
But it was piecework, and I was getting paid, so I had to keep track. But I wish I would have had the numbers, because I could do like McDonald's and say how many made, and it might be some pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
That you know, I've been reviving my skills. Next year I will have to change, and because I've finally reached a point. And
well, I'm not like your normal hobby potter or your normal potter. Because a lot of potters seem to feel that anything that doesn't work out needs to be trashed, broken up and put in the dump. I can tell you that I have maybe trashed maybe 10 pots out of those 1,000. And I've got some of them up here on the shelf. Those are 4 pots up there, 5 pots up there that I haven't trashed. But my feeling is if I can use it, then it will not be.
Yeah, well, the way you've used it, donating to
hospice,
is a great thing to do. That before I leave, I am getting a piece, making a donation.
Great. Thank you ever so much.
It's just going to be hard to decide which piece to pick.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
And the money will go right in here, which is one of the pots that I use. This one is for Gulfside, the other one is for HPH Hospice.
Okay, no better way to do it. Great. There we got that collaborative effort, we got the Freddie Moretti stamp, and we've got my signature there.
On the right side.
Okay, well, I will be watching for the video with them coming out of the kiln. Yes. Okay. At Moody Judy's, and here she is. She is a friend of Freddie Moretti. He's spread his goodwill to Pennsylvania, and he knew where to bring me to get the very best Cuban sandwich, because this is something you just can't get in Pittsburgh. I just finished another dozen swags this afternoon. Until the new year, my Brent C is buried under crates of greens, so it's nice to have my visit to Freddies Pottery to look back on. And it was nice of him to have me. In my egg separator video, where I did some sponge holders, I actually looked down on the lowly sponge holder. I even hid them when local shop patron Annie stopped to visit the studio.
This is a sponge pot.
Oh no!
I thought you weren't going to make these.
Yes, there they are.
I see a couple of them.
Yeah, they fit in all the odd spots of the kiln too, and help pay for the firing. Yeah.
All right. Well, they're nice.
Okay.
They're nicer than what I've seen.
Good. So Freddie really is the master of the sponge holder. We need to keep an open mind on these things. He's raised it to an art form through the greens and that large Advent wreath you saw at the beginning of the video, installed in St. James Church in Swickley. That's probably the biggest audience my work speaks to through the year. Master both of the Freddie, both the master of the sponge holder and of the chatter, as you can see here in the bowl that he sent for Ralph. And Ralph rolls, well, Ralph has got me so well trained that I don't even know it. So that was a great gift that he sent for Ralph. And speaking of gifts, maybe we get something new, or somebody gives us something new for our pottery studios each year. An important tool if you fire with wood, or if you heat your studio. Well, I've always had used this still. My first one lasted me from the 80s till just about 5 years ago. But these gasoline engines, if you're no good with them, are tough to use. Well, how about this? You can now do it with a battery. A ton of research went into this. These things are no joke. This has really done the job on the tree farm this year, and getting wood cut and stacked so that we can bring Potter's Journal to you this next winter. So we need to keep an open mind on so many things. And yeah, I mean, I even see these as large blown up pieces of public art, public sculpture. But even there's a divide that, you know, people that are fans of sculpture may look down on statuary. Well, they erected a Kehinde Wiley sculpture statue in Richmond this week. So that can get you thinking more on art and statuary and so much more. I'll put a link up to that below. I've collected some nice pieces the past couple of years. And it's nice to be able to add to it. I hope Freddie will let me stop back again next year.